Hello everyone. In previous video we discussed about the Doppler effect when the both source and observer is in motion. Either observer is behind the source or the source is behind the observer. Whenever the observer and the source are moving towards to each other and moving away from each other, we have discussed the apparent frequency of sound equations, and as well as how to find the general expression. By using the general expression, how to find the apparent frequency by applying the sign conventions with the reference of direction of speed of a sound. By taking the speed of a sound as a reference, then we can find it out that when the direction, if the direction of the source and the direction of the observer is in the same direction of speed of a sound taken as positive. Otherwise, if the source or the observer's velocities are opposite to the direction of the velocity of a sound taken as a negative, by applying that sign convention, we can derive the equations for apparent frequency in all the cases by the equations of a general expression of a Doppler effect. Then now we are going to discuss about that what are the limitations, means if the source and observer are in some of the motion, in all the cases it is Doppler effect can be possible or not. The limitations, what are the limitations of Doppler effect, we are going to know. That first, when the velocity of a sound, means then the velocity of a sound of a source or velocities, means the velocity of source or velocity of observer is more than the velocity of a sound, then there is the Doppler effect is not applicable. Means Doppler effect cannot be applicable if the source velocity or observer's velocity is more than the sound velocity of a sound. Then here is that the Doppler effect is not valid when the source velocity and observer's velocity is more than the speed of a sound, that is V naught is greater than V or Vs is greater than V. Then Doppler effect is not applicable for that case. And one more thing is there, it is only under applicable, it is only under valid when the medium is in elastic condition, under the elastic conditions of the medium. Means either if the sound is traveling through the medium, then that medium has to remain its it has to regain its original position after the time. Means it has to be the elastic condition. Whenever the medium is in elastic condition, then only the Doppler effect can be applicable. Otherwise, if that is not elastic, means inelastic the medium, that cannot be possible, because whenever the first wave is traveling through the medium, that if the medium cannot restore that elastic, it doesn't have the elastic nature, then second wave cannot be passed through that medium with the same velocity or with the same conditions of the wave. So that's why it must be the elastic condition, that Doppler effect is valid only for under the elastic condition of the medium. That is the second one. In case of if the observer is far away from the line joining of from the source, the sound cannot be heard by the observer, means is the far away from the line of the source. In that case also, the Doppler effect cannot be applicable. Means if the observer is far away from the line of the sound of source, lines of sound of source from the source, then the Doppler effect cannot be applicable. The next one is, it is absent when source velocity or observer's velocity are perpendicular to the line joining of sound. Means if the sound is there, then to line joining source and observer, whenever the Doppler effect is absent, when the source velocity or observer's velocity is perpendicular to the sound, line joining to the source and observer. If the both are in observers, and then we can find out that whenever these are the limitations of a Doppler effect, when the Doppler effect is not valid when source velocity or observer's velocity is more than the speed of sound. Means V naught is greater than V or Vs is greater than V. Doppler effect is not valid. In case it is valid under elastic conditions of medium only. Means medium must be under the elastic conditions. It has to be under elastic conditions only. Otherwise, the Doppler effect is not valid for inelastic conditions. Then not applicable when observer far away from the line of motion from source. If the line of motion from source, if the observer is far away, which is can't get the sound of source, then the Doppler effect is not valid, not applicable. Then the last one, it is the absent when source velocity or observer's velocity perpendicular to line joining of source and observer. Line joining of source and observer. These are the limitations of Doppler effect. These are the important one we should know. Then next, after limitations, then what is the use of Doppler effect? How do we use? What are the applications? In what ways the Doppler effect can be applied in livelihood? Means in daily life. Means the Doppler effect is used to measure or to know the position and direction and the speed of a submarine or another particles which is under the sea, which they are passing by combination of sound of echo. By applying the Doppler effect with the combination of sound echo, it is used to find the position, direction and speed of submarines and other particles which are traveling in under the sea, which can be known by using the Doppler effect with the combination of sound echo. We can find the position and direction and speed of submarines and etc. And to find the direction, speed, position of a aircraft, satellites, missiles, whatever it not is moving in the sky, to know that position, direction and the speed of the particles which are traveling in the sky, means whenever flying, when some of the particles are flying in the sky, to know their position, direction and the speed of satellites, missiles, aircrafts, aeroplanes, flights, rockets, whatever, by using the radio waves. By applying Doppler effect by using the radio waves, then we can find out that position, direction, speed of a satellites, missiles, aeroplanes, what are the elements are flying in the sky, by using the radio waves. Radio waves are used to find that by applying the Doppler effect. With the reflection of sound waves, the Doppler effect is applied with the reflection of the sound waves. Then it is applied in daily life by using the traffic police, means gun, to find the speed of a automobiles which are moving. Somebody is doing rash driving. The traffic police used to like gun by applying Doppler effect when the waves are moved through that one. Then due to the reflection, you can find out that what is the velocity of that automobile, what is the speed of that automobile. Then only can traffic police by applying that. Then you can get by applying microwaves, applying Doppler effect in microwaves, applying the Doppler effect. So used to by the traffic police to know the speed of a automobiles. Okay. Next, to guide the aircrafts which are flying in the sky, then what is the way to go? There is no any traffic signals in the sky, so that's why they guide from the airports, to guide the aircrafts from the airports and used to the Doppler effect. By applying the Doppler effect, we can find out, they can guide what is the way to what is the longitude and what is the latitude they have to move. What the altitude they have, then in the what direction, in what the direction they have to move. By applying the Doppler effect with the aircrafts, they can be known. They can guide from the airport. Next, in medicines, in medicals, according to the health purpose, they know to know what is the movement of the fetus which is in mother's womb. What is the movements? What is the heartbeat? What is the movements? They can take the readings What is the, they will know by using the Doppler effect what is the movement of forces and what is the blood flow in the body, and what is the blood flow in the body. We can, by using the Doppler effect, we can measure that. These are the applications in our daily life which is used in our daily life. Not only this one, to know the binary stars and the rotations of sun, binary stars and rotations of sun, these are all measured. These are all measured by applying the Doppler effect. By applying the Doppler effect, we can be measured. And not only that, to identify the binary stars and also to know the Saturn rings, to determine the Saturn rings and the rotational speed of sun, means by using the applying the Doppler effect, in this case in the medicine, to know the movement of the forces in this blood flow, we use the ultrasonic waves. So here is the applications of Doppler effect. First one is to use to find the position, speed and direction of the submarines and also other bodies inside the sea, inside the water, by the combinations of sound echo. And next one, to find the position, direction and speed of motion of aeroplanes, missiles, satellites, what are the flying matters, flying particles in the sky. And one more thing, to know that radio waves are used, to know that, and used by the traffic police to know the speed of the automobiles, to reduce the rash driving, to reduce the accidents. Those are the microwaves, to know the speed of a sound, to know the speed of a automobile. Doppler effect is applied, and to guide the aircrafts, and as well as in medicine to know the movement of the forces in mother's womb and also the blood flow in the body, and as well as to know the identify the binary stars, to determine the Saturn rings and the rotational speed of a sun, etc. We used the Doppler effect is used to applied in our daily life. Thank you.